Hi everybody, hi Tamar. So we're breaking down today Arya Stark, and we have a bold prediction, a specific bold prediction regarding Arya for season 6. Okay, so talk a little bit about Arya.
Arya, one of my favorite characters, great actress. I think they
Right.
made a very good choice.
Right.
What's her name? Whatever.
Maisie Williams.
Maisie Williams, yeah. Macy.
Maisie.
Maisie or Macy?
I don't think there's such a thing as Maisie.
So Arya, second daughter of Eddard Stark and Catelyn Tully Stark.
Right.
We are introduced to her character as some kind of a tomboy.
Right. She got smuggled out of King's Landing after her father Eddard was executed, and she's been on the run ever since. And last that we saw her, she was in Bravos, training to be a faceless man assassin, and she just got blind.
Yeah.
So at the very end of season 5, she killed this,
Child molester.
I was going to say a knight of the King's Guard, but if you're so critical of child molesters all of a sudden, well, okay.
No, it's the Middle Age, it's fine. You don't understand that.
Everything is fine there.
You don't know they're child molesters? Why you're so mad? A girl in the Middle Ages, feudal society.
Okay.
All her life were basically planned for her.
In advance.
In advance, yeah.
Usually you
The-
plan in advance, I think. That's,
Yeah.
that's like the
Her
purpose
highest,
of it.
her highest goal in life, basically, is to be married to some knight, to some
To a lord.
to a lord, maybe. So she's like a commodity, you know.
Basically.
Basically, she's a commodity.
But we see that when Ned learns that she likes to fight, so he doesn't go against her wishes. That's actually kind of progressive on his part. And he hires a teacher, this water dancer teacher, and she learns, I don't know, how to be a ninja.
But we haven't got a glimpse of the future conflict
Right,
between
right,
the
right.
father and the
Right,
daughter. No,
right.
okay, you had your fun, now
Right,
marry
exactly.
this guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
now-
we
now
haven't
go bear
reached that.
children.
Yeah,
Right.
we haven't reached that part.
And I think she has a stark, pun intended, boom, contrast with her older Stark sister. Like her sister Sansa is like the perfect lady
Yeah.
who aspires to be everything that a lady should be, and Arya is the opposite, and they have a lot of clashes between them, and basically they hated each other right before they were
Yeah.
separated.
And her starting point is a struggle against
Right.
the demands of the society, because she's
Right.
a girl, because she's a woman, and her older sister is
And
like
highborn
ladylike and
also.
highborn.
One of the downsides of being highborn is that Hound kidnaps her in order to get ransom, so she's worth money.
Yeah, but she reaches Bravos. Bravos is a different place. It's not exactly a class society.
It's not feudal, so we don't have a predestined role in society in Bravos, unlike Westeros.
So it's very interesting that a character like Arya,
Okay.
who struggles all the time with her feudal identity, with her class identity, reaches like a more open and
Right.
with more mobile and more free,
Fluid. Right,
fluid
right.
place like Bravos. All the adventures of Arya Stark, that she already killed a few men, you know, and she's very tough and she's ruthless. We're forgetting that she's a girl. She's a child, basically.
right.
And when we think about it historically,
Right.
she's a child in the Middle Ages. And in the Middle Ages and the pre-modern era, there wasn't such a thing as childhood. Like, you are a child up until, let's say, when you're 7 years old. And after you are 7 years old, you are, let's say, joining the family business. So there's no protective layer of childhood.
Like we have today.
Like we have today. Like, you're a child up until 7, and then the expectation of life reaches you.
Right. We can see in the story, like her friends, like they have a very, very tough childhood. And also, kids are always easy prey. We can see that even today with the Syrian refugees that left Syria for Europe. And so there's this chaotic situation. So the predators wait exactly for these moments. And there was a story how 10,000 kids were kidnapped in Europe. So basically, you can imagine this was what it was like during the Middle Ages, when you didn't have even the thought that you should have a safety net and you should protect childhood. Okay, so let's go deeper into the psyche of Arya.
Her adolescent story is a rejection of her feudal identity. She's not a lady. She doesn't want to be a commodity. She wants to be a fighter. She's feeling the closest to the bastard sibling
Okay.
because he's also like an outsider of the family. So maybe she's looking
Right.
at herself in contrast towards her family.
I'm not sure she has a place in this world. She doesn't. She. I don't know what she wants to be.
And what is more interesting that now in the story, she's in a place that unequivocally and directly trying to destroy her identity.
Right.
And say to
This
her,
is part of her training.
this is part of the training. The most difficult goal she needs to achieve now is to be no one.
Right.
And,
To forget who she is.
to shed away her class identity, her gender identity, or her
Even
age
her-
identity.
Right. And even her, who she is, her personal characteristics, like her character.
It's some kind of a Buddhist thing, you know, destruction of the self.
Okay. Like reverse. Buddhism, you reject the self. There is no self, so you have to be compassionate and kind to everyone. And here you have to kill everyone. So it's a little bit different. You see,
Not
You see
everyone.
the difference?
I see the difference, yeah.
A little
But
bit tweak. It's like a tweak.
yeah,
There is some kind of compassion in the, like to be fair, in the house of
Yeah.
black and white because it's mercy killing.
yeah. It's a hard struggle for Arya.
Okay.
She still remembers some part of herself, and we don't get that exactly in the show, but in the books is very, very, very present.
Because she has
Present.
another identity, like a hidden, dormant identity,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, like a dark side. In the books, if you don't know, she has these dreams, like Bran has. She go inside her lost direwolf,
Right.
Nymeria.
From season 1.
Now in the story, Nymeria is like a mater familia,
Right.
the
He's
head
like
of
a wolf pack.
Yeah, she has a wolf pack, a huge. She's doing a lot of destructions.
Right,
And Arya
killing
is
humans.
Arya is watching this.
Right, right,
So Nymeria is like her dark side,
right, right,
the wild animal instinct.
right, 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 right.
And we see Nymeria as like the head of a pack. So there's some kind of a leadership quality to her.
Also, the Nymeria that went from Essos to Dorne, she was also a leader, a fierce leader.
Yeah, yeah. And she chose that name. Arya chose
Right,
that name.
she
so
chose. And in contrast to Sansa's direwolf, which was called Lady.
lady. Yeah.
Okay, so before we get to the bold prediction, what do you see? How do you see Arya's role in the story as a character?
It's a coming of age story, like the classic, a
Okay.
child left
Right.
alone in a grown-up world and is trying to,
Home Alone.
and she's manipulating the grown-up, she kills the grown-up,
Right.
she's playing with the grown-up.
Okay, so this is a great setup for this video's bold prediction. Okay, so let's talk about season 6. Arya, break it down.
Okay, she
Break
will,
it down.
I think she will die.
In the first episode.
So she's blind now.
She's blind.
And the blindness part is like, he's trying to tell us something as viewers. You acted upon something that is part of your former identity, so now we'll take away your sight until you understand something about yourself or your place in this training camp.
Right.
Of,
And she has to go through something in order
Yeah.
to get her eyesight back.
She will stay blind for 2 or 3 episodes.
And here we actually have a little bit of a disagreement.
Yeah.
Like we discussed it before. Like, I don't know, a minor spoiler, like in the books, during the time that she's blind, she understands that she can see through the eyes of a cat. So I think this will come into play during the first 2 or 3 episodes while she's blind. You disagree.
So you think she will understand she can walk inside
Right.
the animals?
Like there will be like a clue that she is truly special. She has special powers like John and like Bran.
Bran. We agree that she will have to discover something
Right.
before she will
Right.
get her sight back. I think it will be something more prosaic than that. She will have to pass some kind of a trial or a test.
Okay.
You know,
What kind of trial test?
I think because Sam is on his way to Old Town, he will
Okay.
stop at Bravos.
Like he did in the book?
Like in the book, some kind of malfunction or with the ship or lack of
Just
money or
okay.
provisions or something like that. And then she will meet him, and there will be some kind of a conflict within her, because
Okay.
she will hear that he was sent by her brother, or her closest brother, John.
Right. And she wanted initially, before she went to Bravos, she wanted to go to see her brother at the war.
Yeah. And then there will be a conflict inside her that I want to go to John, but I am no one. And then maybe this will be like this, the passing of the trial or the test.
Jack and will tell, okay.
Okay, now you're one of us. You're no
Okay.
one, and you could be one of us.
So then he will send her on Sam's ship to Old Town?
I think she will get a mission to join Sam and reach Old Town. Okay, so there's a minor spoiler. You can pause here. In the books, we know that something's going on in Old Town with
Right.
the House of Black and White.
Right,
Because
right.
Jackie Nagar, he didn't go back to Bravos.
Right.
The face that he wore, he went with it to Old Town and
Right.
murdered some kind of acolyte and took his form.
Right, like a Maester Acolyte.
Like a Maester acolyte and took his form with some kind of a purpose that we don't know.
Right.
So I believe that she will be that person that will join Sam in some kind of a secret mission to discover something in Old Town, and she will go along with him. And during this season, during this journey, there will be a lot of conflict because she's hiding the fact that
Okay.
she's Arya Stark, and he's probably will talk about a lot of about John, and maybe they will hear that he's got killed or something like that.
Okay, so let's wrap up this season 6 bold prediction. We want to thank the patrons of this channel for helping us getting closer to making this channel sustainable. You can see all their names here, and I want to thank especially this time one of our patrons, Roy. He's a former Israeli living in Canada. He came here for a visit. We met him. He gave us the Hedge Knight and the Sworn Sword. The
You met him, I
I
think.
met him,
Yeah.
right, and we actually hit it off, right, Roy? Don't leave me hanging, right? No?
And we got another cool gift from one of our fans, an original tale by Michael R. Miller. We haven't read it yet.
Right, it just got in the mail.
Yeah, with
Watch
a
it
personal
here.
dedication. Thanks
This
a
is
lot.
a plug, okay? It's like plugging a book on the Daily Show.
Mhm.
Okay, so thank you, Michael. If you enjoyed the video, of course, click like,
And subscribe.
subscribe. If you want to subscribe, I think you should subscribe. We have a lot of cool season 6 bold predictions coming up every week. So we'll see you on next time. Bye, everybody.
Scratch. Yo. I'm like a gunshot on your face.